Am I the asshole for catfishing my underage sister on Tinder and humiliating her in order to teach her a lesson? Last week, I was using my sister Ashley's phone because mine was dead, and I needed to call a friend to confirm plans. Dialing my friend's number, I saw a Tinder notification of some dude messaging her. Immediately, I asked why she's on Tinder because she's 17, and she grabbed her phone back and said, "None of your business." I decided that I wanted to have a little fun with this. I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she's just swiping for fun. So I didn't want to go straight to ratting her to our parents. To test if she was just using for fun, I decided I was going to make a Tinder profile of someone else and message her and see if she responds. I asked a good friend from back in college, who happens to be a male model, Kevin, if he'd mind if I used his pictures and explained the situation. He thought it would be hilarious and told me to go for it. I created the account, set my age to 22, set my swipe radius to a mile, and quickly found my sister's account. Her age was set to 19. Lie, she's still in high school. So I was definitely more suspicious of her now. I super liked, and less than an hour later, she matched and messaged me. I decided to set up a date to a fancy restaurant downtown for Sunday afternoon and told her we could head to my place afterwards. She was completely receptive and said she'd meet me there. She told our parents she was hanging out with one of her track friends and spending the night at her place. After she left, I told our parents everything and showed them all of the messages. They were pissed, and I suggested we all go to the restaurant. My dad and I just went instead and saw her sitting at a table alone, all dolled up waiting for Jim. My dad went up to her and said, "Jim's not coming," and she screamed and asked what we were doing there. I told her that there was no Jim and that it was f***ing stupid of her to be trying to meet grown men on Tinder at her age. My dad harped onto that and lectured her on lying and meeting strange men on the internet and being so willing to go back to a stranger's place. We were a bit loud, so people were starting to look at us, and my sister eventually bursted into tears and ran out.
Comments. Yeah, you the asshole. You should have gone straight to your parents and let them deal with it. But instead you chose the nuclear option. Another comment says, I feel like if OP really cared and was worried about the situation, he would have gone straight to their parents or had a serious chat with his sister, rather than publicly humiliating her and thinking it's hilarious. You the asshole. And another comment says,
I don't think he should have gone as far as he did, but planning a fake date plus one night stand was extremely important to showing how far she was willing to go. There's a lot of difference between owning a Tinder account and lying to your parents about your whereabouts to go sleep with a stranger.
I made fake throw up to stay home from school when I was 11. This isn't some big juicy confession, just something I did that's funny to me because I just remembered it and have told no one. When I was 11, I was going to this private school and hated it. Got bullied and all that shit. Anyway, I literally would cry to my mom saying I didn't want to go, and she let me stay home a lot, but finally she said I couldn't stay home anymore. So one night I decided to fake sick because she wouldn't just let me not go for no reason. Apparently faking like I got sick in the toilet and flushed, it wasn't believable enough. So I had the idea to make my own. It was about 11 p.m. Mom and Dad were dead asleep. I went to the kitchen and remember getting milk, salsa, different kinds of chips, juice, and maybe some cheese or something. Anyway, I crushed up the chips, mixed it all up in a bowl, and put it in the microwave for like 1 minute. I proceeded to my bedroom and poured it all on the carpet. It didn't smell as bad as actual throw up would, but I had to hurry, so I put on my fake sick face and voice and went to my mom's room, told her, made her come to my room to see the masterpiece, and she just looked at it with no reaction. She was genuinely unfazed. She wasn't comforting me like she usually would. She also has a very weak stomach and didn't gag at all, just had no emotion. She said, okay, clean this up and go back to bed, and walked back to her room. I was low-key disappointed because that's really how you're gonna act to my hard work. Anyway, next morning she woke me up for school and I laid in bed until she came back again, and I said something like, do you remember I got sick last night? I still don't feel good. And she literally just said, yeah, just stay home. Nothing else. No, hope you feel better. No, let me take your temp. No, you're going to the doctor, like usual. Thinking back on it, she 100% knew it was fake and it's low-key embarrassing. Maybe she saw the effort and was like, okay, she really doesn't want to go. To this day, I have no idea what possessed me to make fake throw up. Really unnecessary. Anyway, that's all. Sorry if it was lame, I just never told anyone.
Comments. Yeah, she knew you faked it. But she also realized how badly you hated school, so she let you stay home. Don't be embarrassed. No one should have to put up with bullying. Another comment says,
Yeah, she knew she hadn't fed you all of those things in the past 6 hours. Haha. Real vomit would have looked like whatever you had for dinner. And another comment says,
I purposely burnt my head on the radiator trying to fake having a temperature to stay off. Wish I'd have thought of fake sick. Haha.